feel like I've been hit too. Lava is sprinting on 3 legs faster than I can ever hope to run on my best day. All I can do is run after him. And it isn't difficult to track him because the blood trail is heavy, let me tell you. I run so fast my shoes fly off my feet. All I can think of is getting to Lava and finding him help. I know he's hurt badly, and I have to get to him, to hold him, to tell him it's okay. Though it's difficult to really believe that when you're looking at your dog's leg and can see the bones and tendons through a shredded, gaping hole. And you know he was dragged beneath the car because his belly and the surface of his tail have been deferred by the pavement. How can I tell my 6-month-old, terrified, wounded, not injured, wounded puppy that everything is going to be okay? How would you explain that to your infant child, for example? My whole world is shifting. It's as if there has been a seismic shift and the North Pole has become the South, and I'm powerless. It's happening again. I wrap Lava in a blanket, get him in the car, and get him to a vet as fast as possible. My mind is racing, taunting me. You broke the rules to get Lava here, and you deserve this. It's some kind of sick karma coming down, and you're going to lose Lava because you broke those fucking rules and saved a fucking dog. Asshole. I've never felt such sadness, anger, desperation, and grief all at once. My best friend was just returned to me a few days ago. He can't die here like this. And then we're at the hospital, and he's on the operating table, and the veterinary technicians are frantically working to start an IV drip, take X-rays, assess the damage. The damage I caused by my carelessness and neglect. The absolute worst is when they won't let you see what they're doing. You don't know what they're thinking while they're working on him. You have no control over whether he lives or dies. I'm a complete wreck of a human being when John Van Zant finds me at the hospital. I'm thinking to myself, John helped me bring Lava back from Baghdad and was there at O'Hare Airport the day Lava landed in the United States, and now he's going to be here to see him go. I'm not even sure why I called him, except that I thought he might understand. He does his best to console me, telling me that it wasn't my fault and that it happens all the time. He lets me off the hook with the bullshit all of us run to when we don't know where else to turn. There was nothing you could do. Yeah, except not let it happen. I'm back and not even sure where back is, and now I may have lost the only valuable thing I got out of Iraq. There was nothing you could do. Here I thought I was home, but it turns out that you really can't go home again. Nothing you could do. Getting Lava out was the best and hardest thing I've ever done, and now I've gone and fucked even that up. Chapter 1. If you can save your dog, you can save yourself. War is an ugly thing, but not the ugliest of things. The decayed and degraded state of moral and patriotic feeling which thinks that nothing is worth war is much worse. John Stuart Mill. Why a dog? I was asked this question a lot after my first book, From Baghdad with Love, was published. Reporters wanted to know why I put so much time and energy into bringing a puppy back to the States from wartime Iraq. Why the hell not, I always responded in my mind. What were you doing for the effort, besides criticizing the administration and the war? At least I saved something from that place. The obvious point of such a question was that I should have been spending my time focusing on saving something bigger, say, the lives of the people of Iraq. Not that I didn't try, but war doesn't play out in black and white like that. Besides, Lava needed me, needed all of us involved in his rescue, and never hesitated to remind me of that. Consider, on some level, saving the life of my dog saved me, and all those he touched, psychologically and emotionally, and continues to do so. That's Lava for you, my scruffy little pup rescued from certain death in a war that he did not choose to be a part of, Operation Iraqi Freedom, and specifically the Battle of Fallujah in November 2004. If what you're about to read sounds similar to, but not exactly like, any previous version of Lava's discovery and rescue, it's because it's not exactly like the previous version you've heard. Remember that game called Telephone? You know, the one you play a few years after you've mastered Ring Around the Rosie, but before you get to Spin the Bottle, where you tell someone something, then they tell the next person, and so on until finally the story coming out the other end is nothing like the original? Wartime engenders this phenomenon fairly often, because when we're not fighting or training, we're talking, telling stories. So that's pretty much what happened when the Lava rescue story started zipping around not only Iraq, but the United States as well. From Baghdad with Love included what I thought was an accurate recounting of the canine rescue mission, as related to me by a Marine who told me he was close.